This is my favorite part of the night. Favorite part of the podcast, man. It's the segment Who You Got. All right, Craig, you get the Bills versus the Patriots, man.
Yippee. Okay. Well, this should be a fun game, I guess. This is the third meeting, so just like the Cardinals and the Rams, these two teams know each other pretty well. I'm hoping that it's more like the second game versus the first game. Hopefully, it won't be that type of weather. But
don't want a team winning with 3 passes through.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I'll turn the TV. But yeah, I don't want to see that. I'm hoping that we get some type of scoring like the second game was. But offensively, yeah, I got to go with the Bills. I would definitely take Josh Allen. His team got to the AFC Championship game last year. He's having a pretty good year. I think he needs to just slow down on the YOLOs. But his team is playing pretty well offensively, and down the stretch they won 4 games in a row, tied with the Raiders. So kudos to them, and they won the division, including a win over the Patriots. Stephon Diggs. Devin Singletary, I think, is the wild card, I guess, because he's starting to play
playing good
down the stretch compared to how he was during the first part of the season. I get he had a timeshare with Moss, but at the same time, like they finally kind of tried to establish a running game there. That's not Josh Allen, so kudos to them. Seems to be working the last like 4 or 5 games. But New England, obviously, they have Mac Jones there. He's a rookie. I think it's his first year being in the playoffs as well. So I don't know what you're really kind of expecting. I know he's kind of expecting that Jaguars performance where they won 50-10, but I don't think that's really going to happen. So offensively, I'm taking the Bills. Defensively, I'm still taking the Bills there as well. I think both of these teams are the Bills are 1. I believe the Patriots are 4 in defense, total defense. So they're right there with each other. They both have 30 takeaways, so there's tied right there as well. I think both defenses are solid. Like both defenses are playing well. The problem is New England has backed into the playoffs kind of like Arizona has. They've lost 3 or 4. They don't look like the same team that at one point before that, I think they won 7 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 in a row. Mm-hmm. Before that, Colts lost, and like they're just not looking. Other than the Jaguars game, they're not looking good. So, and that's on both sides of the ball. And at this point in time, going into the playoffs, this is not how you want to go into the playoffs, especially against a team that knows you pretty well. Coaching wise, I'm taking Bill Belichick, even though. Because just overall, he has the most playoff experience pretty much out of any coach in the league, and he's been successful. And but McDermott hasn't done a bad job either, especially last season. If he can kind of duplicate that and bring that to this season, I know that more than likely they're probably going to face the Chiefs in the next round, but if they win, but the hand they've been dealt. So. Oh man, I'm taking the Bills here. I don't know what we're going to see from Mac Jones. I don't know I don't know what they got as far as the game plan for him to come out and showcase his talent against the Bills. And just because they don't have experience, I think the defense is going to show up. But I don't know if Mac Jones shows up. If he plays like he did against Miami in this game, it's going to be an early exit. Like early exit, they're going to be down. So I'm taking the Bills. I don't think it's going to be close. I'm going 27-13, Buffalo.
Yep. Third time meeting. 2 teams that know each other well. Offense, I'm going to go with the Bills. The Patriots offense listen, top to bottom, the Bills, they have the better quarterback. They have the better receiver. Now, Patriots probably have they have the better tight end, right? Patriots probably better running back, a more consistent running game. Let's say that. I don't know if the running backs are better than Singletary. So I got to give the edge to the Bills offense, right? The Bills defense, the defense, it could be a push, but it could definitely be a push. But this is the playoffs. We don't do push, man. So I'm going. Yeah, man. We got to pick one, man. Let's go hard. I got to do the Bills. They've been playing good all year, man. Their defense is solid. It's good, and I think they're gonna, like Craig said. Besides the Jaguars, Patriots defensive, kind of been a little not as enthusiastic on that side of the ball, not dominating. Look sometimes a little lackluster. Coaching, I gotta go to Belichick. Even though he's about to get this first round exit, he's still gonna I'll still pick him as a better coaching experience. But so even though I like Sean McDermott, I listen, I don't think Sean McDermott, they got him and they have Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. This is his second year. They've won a division. They're not going anywhere. They're a good team, good coach. Let it rock. Let's see. You're right. I think Mac Jones, McCorkle is his name. He's hit a wall, man. And it happens. It happens. It's just not a good time to hit the rookie wall, but it happens to rookies, man. It's just, like Craig said, besides the Jacksonville game, he's played horrible. Actually, Nick Wright said, since the game that he had 3 passes, he's played horrible. I didn't even peep it. Did he put his stats up? I was like, oh, my goodness. Okay. So that's just interesting. So I just think he hit the wall. It happens. He's a rookie. He has to prepare better in the offseason after they're going to take this L. And it's okay. They got a young team. It's a rookie quarterback. They made it back to the playoffs after missing last year. So, I just don't think the Patriots are there yet. And I got the Patriots losing, and I have the Bills winning. And the Bills they're going to put up some points, man. I think they're going to make a statement. It's going to be like 35-21. Yeah. All right, Corey.
Offensively, give the edge to Buffalo. For all the reasons stated. Mac Jones, he's a rookie. There's limitations to the offense with the wide receiver group, and just asking a rookie to kind of do a lot for you in the playoffs can be dangerous. And Josh Allen, the last month or so, he's just playing significantly better football than he was to start the year. He's back to being that dynamic playmaker that we saw in the playoffs last year, and was the reason why everybody thought Buffalo would be, it'd be Buffalo, Kansas City to close out the year when it all started. Josh Allen is finally back to that level. So it obviously have to go Buffalo there. Defensively, I'll give the edge slightly to New England. I agree. It's close. But along the same reason why it goes coaching, you got Bill Belichick in charge. It's hard to bet against him come playoff time. He's going to have something ready for Buffalo. Overall, again, it's really hard to go against Bill Belichick in the playoffs. What he's done all year with this team has been impressive, getting New England back into the playoffs, having them in a position late in the year to potentially even win that division. I don't think anybody really saw that as something they would have had to have shot to do going into the final week of the season. Yeah. But Buffalo's playing too well right now. There's still limitations to that New England team, to that offense specifically. Yeah. And give me Josh Allen, give me Buffalo 28-20.
Yeah. All right. Mo, Bills versus Patriots.
Offensively, Bills, just more weapons, more continuity. Defensively, I also take the Bills. Ed Oliver, Edmonds at linebacker. I just think they had some solid pieces. I mean, Pryor back there in safety. I think the loss of White was a blow, but I think they've still played well. Head coaching wise, of course, you're gonna take Belichick. You know, just the all-time great, the GOAT of coaching. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think both teams are going to make adjustments, and both teams are going to try to stop each other's strength. I think this is going to be an old school. Like, I think this is going to be a slugfest. I think it's going to be a real physical game. I'm going to take the Bills though. I think Kyle Allen's going. Josh Allen's going to make more plays, but I'm going to go 20-14 Bills.
All right. You know, listen, it's no dig against the Patriots. I just think they hit a wall. I said, you know, it happens. I think it's a rookie thing, you know. So hopefully McCorkle can come back next year. Or Mac Jones is his nickname is. All right.